Throughout the annals of esoteric history, few names have sparked as much fascination, speculation, and intrigue as that of Count Saint Germain. Described as an immortal, an alchemist, a master musician, and a man of impossible knowledge, Saint Germain is a figure who moves effortlessly between legend and reality, fact and myth. Some have called him a prophet, others a fraud. Some believe he achieved immortality. Others insist he was a cleverly disguised spy. But who was this enigmatic man who seemed to defy the limits of human understanding? Saint Germain first entered the historical record in the early 18th century. He appeared in the courts of Europe, claiming noble blood and demonstrating knowledge in a dazzling range of subjects. Fluent in multiple languages, including French, German, Portuguese, Italian, and even Arabic, he could converse eloquently with royalty and scholars alike. But here's where things get strange. No one knew where he came from. No birth certificate, no parents, no documents to prove his lineage. When questioned, Saint Germain often responded with cryptic statements or playful misdirection. Some accounts claim he said he was over 500 years old. Others say he hinted at having lived during the time of Jesus, even referencing the wedding at Cana as if he had been present. He possessed an uncanny knowledge of history, of events, names, and places he should not have known. Even stranger, he never seemed to age. Was he simply a highly educated nobleman with a flair for theatrics? Or something more? One of the most enduring legends surrounding Saint Germain is his mastery of alchemy. Alchemy, the ancient art of transforming base metals into gold and achieving eternal life, was at the heart of many occult traditions. Saint Germain, it is said, not only understood these mysteries, he had conquered them. There are countless stories of him creating precious jewels, transforming metals, and even healing the sick. He claimed to possess the elixir of life, the mythical substance that granted immortality. Those who met him in one decade would encounter him again decades later, unchanged. One French courtier in 1760 described him as appearing exactly as he did 50 years ago. Another said he looked no older than 40, despite being active in the court of Louis XIV. In private, Saint Germain maintained laboratories filled with mysterious instruments, vials of unknown substances, and ancient texts. Rumors abounded that he had discovered the Philosopher's Stone, the ultimate goal of alchemy. But if this was true, why did he keep it secret? Why not share it with the world? Perhaps the secret to immortality is not something mankind is meant to wield so freely. Saint Germain was not merely a recluse obsessed with alchemical secrets. He was a man of extraordinary talent. He composed music, operas, symphonies, and sonatas, and played the violin with such skill that even the masters of the day were astounded. Some say he rivaled Paganini himself. He also painted and had a deep understanding of art restoration, dye-making, and gemology. His paintings, though rare, were said to possess a magical quality, as if infused with energy beyond mere pigment. He moved freely through royal courts. He dined with kings, advised ministers, and even negotiated treaties. Louis XV of France trusted him implicitly and granted him access to top-secret affairs of state. But this raises an even deeper question. Was he just a charming polymath? Or was he, in fact, a spy? Some historians believe that Saint Germain was a secret agent working on behalf of European powers. His travels, his knowledge of politics and military affairs, and his ability to appear anywhere unannounced all suggest something covert. If this is true, then he may have been the most successful spy who ever lived. One of the strangest aspects of the Saint Germain legend is the claim that he never died. In 1784, a record was made of his supposed death in Eckernford, Germany. But in the decades that followed, sightings of him continued to surface, each more unbelievable than the last. He was allegedly seen in Paris in 1835, in Milan in 1867, and even as late as the 20th century. Theosophical societies claimed he was still alive, guiding humanity from behind the veil. The mystic Helena Blavatsky described meeting him and called him a master of the ancient wisdom. In modern times, some say he was involved with secret societies like the Rosicrucians, the Freemasons, and even the mysterious ascended masters of the Great White Brotherhood. These groups claimed that Saint Germain had transcended the physical plane and could now appear and disappear at will. Could it be that he had mastered time itself? In spiritual circles, Saint Germain is no longer seen as merely a man but as an ascended master, a being who has reached a higher level of consciousness and now works to uplift humanity. According to the Church Universal and Triumphant and other esoteric teachings, Saint Germain is the Chohan of the seventh ray of freedom and transformation. He is associated with the violet flame, a mystical energy believed to transmute negative karma and elevate the soul. Believers say he continues to speak through channeled messages, offering guidance and spiritual insights to those who are ready to receive them. In this context, Saint Germain is not just a historical curiosity. He is a divine being with a mission to help mankind evolve. This view turns the entire narrative on its head. If true, Saint Germain isn't just alive, he may be more alive than any of us. Even into the 20th and 21st centuries, there are those who claim to have encountered the mysterious Saint Germain. Famous individuals such as Guy Ballard, founder of the I Am activity in the 1930s, claimed Saint Germain appeared to him on Mount Shasta, California. Others say they have seen him at secretive meetings of global elites or in ancient temples in Tibet and India. In each account, the man is described the same: tall, youthful, dressed impeccably in timeless fashion, speaking with eloquence and calm authority. Skeptics dismiss these claims as wishful thinking or psychological projection. But the consistency of these sightings adds fuel to the mystery. Is Saint Germain merely a symbol, an archetype of human potential? Or does he truly walk among us? Whether Saint Germain is a myth, a misunderstood genius, or an immortal alchemist, one thing is certain: his story endures because it touches on something deeply human. We all seek knowledge. We all fear death. We all hope there is more to life than what we see. Saint Germain embodies that hope. The idea that one man could break the chains of time and death, master the elements, and rise to divine status is deeply inspiring. He is not just a figure of the past. He is a symbol of the future we might one day attain. In the end, the question remains unanswered. Who was Saint Germain? Was he a charlatan, a spy, a genius, a sorcerer, or a saint? Perhaps he was all of these, or perhaps he was something far greater, an immortal guardian watching over humanity, whispering secrets to those who dare to listen. And so, the next time you see a mysterious figure in the corner of a quiet room, or hear the soft tones of an unseen violin, remember the name, Saint Germain, and ask yourself, could it be him?